For nearly 3,000 years, nobody has been allowed to see what's hidden inside this Ethiopian church, and the reason still terrifies people today. Long before modern nations existed, before Europe built its great kingdoms, before most of the world even knew Ethiopia existed, a secret was already being guarded in the ancient city of Axum. A secret so sacred that even today, only one man is allowed to see it. And according to Ethiopian tradition, that object is the Ark of the Covenant itself, the same Ark said to contain the 10 Commandments given to Moses. The same Ark described in the Bible as carrying the presence and power of God. And if Ethiopia is telling the truth, then the greatest treasure in biblical history was never lost at all. It was hidden in Ethiopia. To understand this mystery, we have to go back nearly 3,000 years to one of the most legendary rulers in history, King Solomon. According to ancient tradition, Solomon ruled from Jerusalem with unimaginable wealth and wisdom. Stories about him spread across continents, and eventually, those stories reached Africa. To a powerful queen from a rich kingdom far to the south, a queen history would remember forever as the Queen of Sheba. According to Ethiopian tradition, the Queen of Sheba traveled from Ethiopia to Jerusalem to meet Solomon herself. The journey would have taken months across deserts and dangerous lands. But when she finally arrived, she was stunned. Jerusalem was unlike anything she had ever seen. Gold everywhere, massive palaces, priests, soldiers, and at the center of it all, the Temple of Solomon. Inside that temple was the holiest object on earth, the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark was no ordinary chest. According to the Bible, it was built during the time of Moses, covered entirely in gold, with 2 giant angelic figures on top, and inside it, the stone tablets of the 10 Commandments. But ancient texts describe the Ark as far more than symbolic. Some believed it carried divine power itself. In the Bible, armies feared it. People died after touching it incorrectly, and legends claimed the Ark could unleash the power of God. The Queen of Sheba stayed in Jerusalem for a long time, and according to Ethiopian tradition, she and Solomon eventually had a son. His name was Menelik. Years later, Menelik traveled from Ethiopia to Jerusalem to meet his father. Solomon was overjoyed. Some traditions even say Solomon wanted Menelik to remain in Jerusalem and become his successor, but Menelik eventually chose to return home to Ethiopia. And this is where the mystery begins. According to Ethiopia's ancient book, the Kebra Nagast, meaning the glory of kings, something shocking happened before Menelik left Jerusalem. The Ark of the Covenant disappeared. The story claims a group connected to Menelik secretly took the Ark from the temple. Some versions say it was stolen. Others say God allowed it to leave Jerusalem because the people had become corrupt. But according to Ethiopian belief, the Ark was never meant to stay in Jerusalem forever. It was destined for Ethiopia. The journey back would have been incredibly dangerous. Across deserts, through hostile territories, across the Red Sea. Yet Ethiopian tradition says the Ark traveled safely the entire way, protected by divine power. Eventually, it arrived in Ethiopia, and from that moment on, Ethiopia believed itself chosen to guard the holiest object on earth. Over centuries, the Ark was supposedly moved between hidden locations for protection, especially during invasions and wars. Then finally, it reached the ancient city of Axum, one of Africa's greatest ancient civilizations. Axum was once so powerful that historians rank it alongside Rome, Persia, and China. Massive stone obelisks towered over the city. Kings ruled enormous trade networks, and deep within Axum, the Ark was placed under the protection of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Today, believers say the Ark rests inside the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion. But here's where the mystery becomes even stranger. Nobody is allowed to see it. Not historians, not archaeologists, not world leaders, nobody. Once selected, only a single guardian monk is chosen to stay beside it. He can never leave the church grounds again. For the rest of his life, his only duty is protecting the Ark, praying beside it, watching over it, until the day he dies. Then another guardian takes his place. For centuries, outsiders have tried to discover the truth. Some researchers believe the object in Axum could simply be a replica. Others think the original Ark disappeared thousands of years ago during the destruction of Jerusalem. But Ethiopia has never changed its story. The church insists the Ark is real, and they refuse all scientific examination. No cameras allowed. No testing, no proof, only faith. And that secrecy has only made the legend more powerful. Because if the Ark truly is in Ethiopia, then one of history's greatest mysteries has been hiding in plain sight all along. What makes this even more fascinating is how deeply the Ark is connected to Ethiopian culture itself. In Ethiopian Orthodox tradition, every church contains a sacred object called a tablet. The tablet represents the Ark of the Covenant, and during the massive Timkat festival, priests carry these sacred replicas through the streets beneath colorful umbrellas while crowds sing and celebrate. For Ethiopians, the Ark is not mythology, it is living history, a sacred connection between heaven, Ethiopia, and the ancient biblical world. And maybe that's why this mystery has survived for so long, because the story isn't only about a lost artifact, it's about belief, identity, faith, and the idea that somewhere in the mountains of Ethiopia, inside a forbidden church, behind walls nobody can cross, an ancient object from the Bible may still exist, waiting, hidden from the world, just as it has been for nearly 3,000 years.